Hey Worship Drummer family, I'm John Manna, and in this video, we're going to look at how we can learn and practice any song with just this one app. Coming right up. You know, since the launch of Worship Drummer, I've been asked countless times, hey John, what's the best method to learn new songs and then practice them to be ready for Sunday? And in fact, I've taken that question and I've brought it to our podcast guests. And here's what I learned, that the answers vary greatly. On one side, some are like, yeah, I map out the song, I write out the drum part, and then I spend hours practicing each song. To the other side of the spectrum where they're like, you know, I mind map it, I listen to it a few times, and I'm good to go. And you know, through the years, even the way I've learned songs has changed. I used to write out the drum parts, practice many hours a week. Then, life got busy, ministry's busy, and I've listened to the songs all week long, tapping on my steering wheel. But maybe there's a better way. Maybe how you practice today and learn new songs is this. You ask your worship leader, hey, can you send me the stems or the multi-tracks? And then maybe you upload them into your DAW, like Logic or Ableton, or maybe you use Playback or the Prime app, and you load it all in, and then finally you get to practice and you remove the drums. Like that's a tedious process. Even forget that. Let's say you just wanted to learn some new songs and that's the process or the method you use. Like, how much is a multi-track, right? You'll pay anywhere from maybe 10 or 12 USD all the way up to maybe $40 just for one song. So I want to introduce to you an app called Moises, which I believe is a perfect solution and a perfect answer to this question that I've been getting since the very beginning days of Worship Drummer. All right, so let's dive into the app. I want to introduce you to Moises, and our library is empty. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to actually add a song, and when we click the plus button, you'll see that there are 3 options of doing that. I'm on an iPhone, and so you can import from a URL, and you can literally use any public link. So for example, if you have your audio file in a Google Drive perhaps, or a Dropbox, any public file that you have, you can do that. You can use your Files app right here on your iPhone, or even iTunes. So I'm going to go there. I have the song from Phil Wickham, House of the Lord. And I'm going to click the plus sign and add that. Now you're presented with some options. So you can do 2-track separation. We have vocals and instrumental. You can do 4-track separation or 5-track. We're going to go big. So I'm going to click 5 and we're going to see what we can get. I'm not going to enable the high frequencies. And here you go. It's uploading the song. And it's processing, so it's in the queue, and we're just going to wait a few minutes. We'll speed it up, and we'll catch you in just a few. Hey, I just wanted to stop for a second and say, if you are finding value in this video, would you just take a quick second to like and to maybe even subscribe to the channel? Our heart is to create videos that are going to give you tools and equip you to be a better worship drummer, not just to serve the Lord better, but even to serve your team better, and we're better together. So subscribe and like, it means the world, and back to the rest of this video. All right, so we've uploaded the song. It's in the queue, and it's going to be processing shortly. But what I want to say is, when Moises reached out to me, I was blown away because I love music and I love technology, and they've managed to blend and marry the two perfectly, in my opinion. Now, AI is machine learning, and I'm not a scientist. I don't fully understand all of how the machine learns per se, but what I really love is AI. From my understanding, the machine learning keeps on learning the more we use the app. And so the quality is only getting better and better. And so what I love, as I see it, is we can split apart songs. We can isolate different parts, and we can hear them individually. And this is what I want to show you next. as soon as it's finished processing. And man, it's going to enhance your practicing, whether you're a novice or an expert. It's just creating it and making it so simple for us to get behind our instrument, and that's what a musician wants to do, and just be able to put your earphones or your in-ears in and to play. And so it's my joy to show you this right now. We have the song ready to go. So we're going to click House of the Lord. And there we go. So it's interesting. The song is in B flat, but here we see that it's calling it A sharp. So it's not the end of the world, but if you do, let's pause this just for a second. If we do go to the beginning right here, it does say that chord detection is a beta feature. Our AI is still learning and results may vary. So that's good to know. So I would say it's B flat. We would say B flat. It's saying A sharp. Is it the end of the world? No, it's super helpful. So that's the first thing I see at the top. Next, let's look at all these audio tracks. All right, we're going to play this. And what I want to do is I'm going to remove the vocals. And let's just explore how that's going to go. So we'll skip ahead. How sick is that? Hey. Let's bring it back in. All right, let's take out some bass. Wow. Let's add that bass back. Let's see. Oh yeah, so good. Piano. The rest of the music. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. Which, by the way, so that music one, I'm told that they're working on the guitars and getting the machine learning ready to isolate guitars. So that's pretty much what that music one at the bottom is. You guys ready to hear the drums coming out? All right, let's do this. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place, and we won't be quiet. How sick is that? We shout out your praise. We were the beggars. So the kick. It's not there, so let's add it. Now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. 'Cause we were the beggars. All right, so let's do this. Now we're royalty. We were the prisoners. Now we're running free. By His grace, let the house of the Lord sing praise. Just drums. There is joy in this house. This is for you. All right, let's add it back. We won't be quiet. We're gonna shout. So, as you can tell, like, it is fun. The opportunities are limitless. The creative juices flow. You can learn parts. You can isolate parts. Let me show you something else. We're talking about learning and practicing. So, if you are a modern worship drummer, we talk about the click, the click, the click. So, I want to show you how you can, with one flick of a switch, add click to this. Check this out. Let's slow that down. Back to the original, you hit reset. And let's pitch it up to C. So if you see now the chords, because we put it into C, now it makes sense, right? No weird sharps in it. So, man, how insane is that? So let me show you a use case scenario. Remember we talked about uploading stems, getting the playback or Prime app, Ableton, Logic, getting all the stems in there, and then playing to practice. All of that's a lot of work, a lot of money if you don't have the stems as a worship team or as a drummer to practice. So for $1.29, I bought this off of Apple Music or the iTunes store, I think it's still called. And I practiced like we're learning it as we listen. So let me show you how I would use it if I needed to learn this song. Before I get to the drums and give you a real example, I just want to show you, even before I sit down, even if you want to map out and write some parts or some drum notation, let me show you how you can listen to it first. So let's go back. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to keep it in C, so let me just go back. Original. We'll keep the click. So let's boost the drums, pull everything back a bit more.
We worship the God who was. We worship the God who is.
Okay.
We worship the God who
I got the click going. So I hear that kick coming in. So I'd make a note, right? So now, what if, there's that drum solo, the break that comes. So let's skip to the bridge. Okay, the build up. Two, three, drums. All right, so let's say, okay, I want to break that down. Let's slow it down a bit. So let's slide it back to 155. Let's just see how that feels. If we can hear it a bit better. We'll go back a few seconds. So 3, 4, 1. All right, so you see that? How cool. You can slow it down. Now, let's say your bass player is a little off. I know this is primarily for drummers, but drums and bass, you lock in. I know if there's a bass run and I expect to hear it, I want to hear it. So for all you drummers who just want to nudge your bass player, maybe you're learning this song, I'm going to crank the bass, lower the drums just a hair, and let's just make sure that they hear that bass run that comes at the end of that drum part. Okay? We're getting there. Okay? Right? So you can say, hey, Tom, hey, Mike, whatever your bass player's name is, say, you need this app. I want you to isolate the bass line so you can nail it on Sunday, and we'll lock in tight. So one last thing that I want to show you in the app is that you can actually export. You see this button here, and let's say I want to take out the drums. I'm going to leave it at like 20%. This is a little tip that I want to share. You can take it out completely, but some of the frequencies will not be there. They'll be missing. So I found if you leave it at about 20% volume for the drums, you'll still hear your drums clearly, and they'll be significantly removed from the mix so you can practice. But that'll help. So I'm going to do that. I don't want to touch really anything else for the song, but I'm going to hit export, right? You can also choose here to just mute whatever you want. So I'm going to leave the drums as opposed to muting them completely. I want the smart metronome because I want to hear the click. By the way, in case you missed it, under here, all right, you can pan it left or right, which is pretty interesting. I think it's so cool that you have all these features. So we're going to just leave it dead center. We're going to leave it in the original key. Export, everything is selected. Again, we've left drums at about 20% volume. Export. And you have two options in the premium app: separated tracks, MP3 or M4A, so that'll give you different tracks, or you can mix it all into one MP3 or one M4A track. So we'll do both. Let's just have some fun. Export, and it's pretty quick for a song, so you don't have to wait too long before you get your audio file. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to airdrop it. You'll see it come up. I'm going to airdrop it straight to my Mac. You could ignore my family. So that's being sent to my Mac, and it's very fast. Boom, already done. So that's there. Now, let's say you wanted to do separated tracks. I'll just walk you through it. Same thing. I'm going to send it to my MacBook Pro because I'm going to want to practice it. For the purpose of this, when I jump on the drums, I want you to be able to hear it. Sweet. So why am I dropping these files on my computer instead of just using the app to practice? For me, it's simply because I need to record the drums along with the audio so that for the purpose of the demonstration, you can actually hear it. Otherwise, if I'm just practicing, literally I could just plug my in-ears straight into my phone and would be good to go. So that is super cool. All right, I'm going to jump on the kit and I'm going to show you this in action. So guys, what do you think? Am I right or am I right? You can use the app to learn and practice songs in prep for your weekend services. Here's the best news of all. The app is completely free to download and it's available on iOS and Android. We've put a link that you can click to download the app right now. And also, I want you to know that they do have a premium version which allows you to have more songs. There's no expiry after 3 days. And you can just have a whole database of songs right in the app. And so I think it's fascinating. check it out. By the way, you can pay annually for the premium app, and you'll also save a little bit of money, but we're still talking pennies in comparison to when you would buy one multi-track at upwards of $40 just for one song. So think about it that way. It's a great investment in your musical journey as you improve as a drummer or a musician. And I can't rave about Moises enough. Love what the company is doing. Love that they're not just content to where they are right now, but they are always looking to improve the app, not just because that's what the machine learning part does, but in terms of their research and development behind it as well. So check it out. Find the link in the description below, and I know that it'll be a valuable asset. It's worth the investment to help you learn and practice in preparation for Sunday. Remember, we play for an audience of one, and we want to always be giving our best, not just to God, but also come prepared and give our best to our teams on a consistent basis. I think Moises helps us do that. Listen, I'm John Manna, and this is the Worship Drummer YouTube channel.